You never know how much 14 gallons of water weighs until you pick it up. I was just watching a video from 888 Ultra. He's sort of a new prepper. Oh, by the way, how's it going, YouTubers? But anyway, he was just recently changing out his water and saving water and all that good stuff, and I realized, duh, I hadn't changed my water yet this year. Basically, I keep about a month's supply of water here at the condo, and I just rotate it like every 6 months or so. I just dump it out and refill it. And you know, right now water's cheap, might as well. So basically, I was digging all of my water out of the storage shelves, and I thought I would share the moment here. That is 7-gallon containers that I bought from REI, mainly for camping. It's got this nice little valve on it, so you can use it as a spigot. And but you know, I'm actually a little bit more fond of this Coleman 5-gallon container, because 5 gallons is fairly easy to manage, and you don't have to groan when you carry it around. But those 7-gallon containers, they're a bit excessive, even for a blue-collar guy like me. I couldn't really carry them a long way. But 5 gallons, no problem at all. You got the spigot on this thing too. This is a Coleman 5-gallon container, and it wasn't too expensive. And I'm thinking that I'll probably buy several more of these over the next few months, and slowly replace my 2-liter water bottles. You know, I change the water out on these every month. I mean, twice a year, basically. I change it out right in the first month of the year, January. Generally, I've done it on the weekend of the new year, but I haven't really gotten around to it until I happened to see 888 Ultra's video and realized, oops, I forgot. But anyway, okay. So, well, I lost my train of thought. But anyway, it's an excellent idea. Oh yeah, I changed the water in like January and in midsummer sometime, just so that it's done every 6 months. Some of these containers here, some of these bottles could well be 14 years old, because I've been storing water like this for about that long. We have earthquakes up here in Washington State, so I figured it's a good idea. So anyway, I'll probably start changing them out to these things. It's a lot more modular and easier to handle, and you also can just pick it up, throw it up on the sink if the water stops, and you can just use the little spigot here as a little instead of your sink. And all the other stuff, like the sink itself, is all established, and you don't have to worry about it. So I think it's a good way, a good, very modular, easily stored way of getting the job done, if you know what I mean. Well, in other news, I was just kind of thinking that, you know, with the corporate media and how they're always, you know, saying, oh, the recession's over and everything, and I have also noticed a slight decrease in YouTube videos from people who are in the preparedness movement, and I'm kind of, I don't think that people are drifting away from being prepared, but if they are, I would strongly suggest that they don't, because we might start seeing some kind of cobbled together recovery that is like made out of deficit spending and freaking dreams, and we could see an actual improvement in the employment situation for a short period of time, at least the cooked books. But under any circumstances, I mean, if you're working, you have got to save that money. Every dollar, every cent that you can save, pardon my Captain Kirk gestures here, every single dollar that you can save, you've got to save it, because there will come a time, there's probably going to come a time where that spending power, however you've converted it into silver or lack of, paying off debt or whatever, will come in real handy when that happens. So even though the times are good and I'm earning great money, I am so lucky to have the job that I got. I mean, I'm a blue-collar guy, but I'm in a career that's like practically extremely stable, and I'm like, if I was religious, I would say I was blessed. But I am saving that money. I mean, for example, I'm converting my diet. I mean, I've told you guys this many times, but just getting those beans ready for my next week's lunches. Actually, probably the week after. And I cook a lot of things like fried rice. For example, this fried rice here is actually fried beans and rice. And I throw beans in there and then cook it up just like chicken fried rice with a no MSG seasoning mix. I don't use that toxic frickin' MSG chicken bouillon that is on the market. So basically the idea is just to save all the money you can while you can. Let me see, is this thing, ooh yeah, 7 minutes, I'm good. Well anyway, for example, also I buy wheat in bulk and I grind it in my grinding machine, throw it in my wheat flour box up here, and then dump it in the bread machine, and you have whole wheat bread. And as Ironhead 41 would say, "Ooh-wee, don't that smell nice?" That guy's got personality. But, and it's like pennies, well, not pennies, probably 10, 12 cents a loaf or something like that. I haven't bought bread for, well, except for some specialty bread once that had like pumpkin seeds on it. I haven't really bought bread for like a couple of years now. I've always been buying wheat in bulk and making bread just like that. Another cool thing, if you really want to save some cash, now this is sort of a preparedness thing. It's not really as much of a money saver, because these eggs here, these are Honeyville powdered eggs. As you can see, I've been going through those. But anyway, you take those powdered eggs and you take some powdered milk, like right up there. That's Honeyville Farms as well. Take a little bit of whole wheat flour and some baking powder, a little bit of salt, and you have pancake mix. Ta-da! And then all you have to do is just sort of lock it down. This is like a little camping bowl, but it's like really airtight. Then shake it up a little bit, throw it in a bowl with a little bit of oil, and mix it up, and you've got pancake mix instantly. A whole lot cheaper and a lot less toxic than Bisquick. That's the way to go. So, every little penny you can save, while times are good, and they're kind of sort of good for at least for the people who are working right now. Save the money while you can. And there are a couple of websites like the Survival Podcast and hillbillyhousewife.com. Those are two awesome websites that have excellent advice and material. I would suggest checking them out. I better go. Later.